CCC members renew fight against Tshabanga in Supreme Court as Chamisa's political future faces new test. Kusangana kwa tunaita hapa na pachano yenyu Yemagaba News panakuigira news zineke zichitika munyika yedu Zimbabwe tishungo kuruzirana kana uri mutsvaka and support us nekubaya button rakanzi subscribe nekutena notification bell so that patoposta any update, any news, you'll be the first one kusangana ni news zatinenge taisa hapa na pachano yenyu Yemagaba News. Today tawet na wu yavasengezo Tshabanga CCC appeal to a Supreme Court over Tshabanga ruling. Muri Zimbabwe vaStshabanga vakabva kutaura madhezi apfuura vachitaura pamusoro pava advocate Nelson Chamisa vachiti va advocate Nelson Chamisa havana chavo pakuvhura new political party sezvo vainzi navaStshabanga vachiri leader webato re-CCC. So now iyoyo yakaita kuti vari ku-CCC vamwewo vakasara vari kuti CCC yakadivide navaStshabanga vati tadzokera kukoti zvakare tirenewe my legal battles navaStshabanga kuti varambidze kuti vasave leader we-CCC nyangwe zvazvo kukoti vakanzi ndiwo vahwina CCC asi tiri kuzviramba. Anovari mapepa aendeswa nema-CCC members anosanganisira Ridzai and also Chinanzvavana and also Kadongoro and also Shepherd Mushonga ndiwo ma-CCC members aendesa atsamba kumadzitare edzimhosva kuti varambidze vasengezo Tshabanga kuti varambe vari member ye-CCC. So now yanyorwa ichitendedzwa munyika yeZimbabwe ichiziviswa madzipepa nhau akasiyana siyana apo ichiziviswa ichinzi CCC has renewed its legal and political fight following a fresh development in its long-running internal disputes involving former members Sengezo Tshabanga, a case that now carries broader implications for the party's future direction and leadership dynamics. This week, CCC filed an appeal with the Supreme Court, challenging a High Court ruling that refused to recant a default judgment granted in favor of Tshabanga, who has described himself as the party's Secretary General. The appeal marks a significant escalation in a dispute that has increasingly splitted from internal party structure into the courts. The appeal was lodged by the CCC alongside party members Ridzai, Chinanzvavana, Gilbert Kadongoro and Shepherd Mushonga. The group is being represented by advocate Tawanda Juarara, who urges that the High Court made several legal errors in handling the matter. At the center of the appeal, it is the High Court's decision to dismiss the CCC's rescission application on the basis that the individual who deposed to the founding affidavit allegedly lacked authority to act on behalf of the party. The High Court went further and struck out the founding affidavit, concluding that the matter was inappropriate before the court. However, in submission to the Supreme Court, Juarara urged that High Court placed excessive emphasis on the form of internal party resolution rather than addressing the substantive legal question whether the CCC as a juristic person had adopted and actively pursued the litigation to the CCC legal team. A three-party resolution were placed before the court confirming that the deponent had been properly authorized. They urged that the High Court erred by disregard this evidence by treating the authority objection as fatal dispute the fact that the party was clearly participating in the process through its legal representatives and by filing court papers. Chuarara further submitted that even if there had been a procedure defeat, the appropriate remedy would have been to strike the matter from the roll rather than dismiss it outright. He urged that dismissal unfairly closed the door on any opportunity for the CCC to correct the alleged defect and have the matter heard on its merit. The appeal also takes issues with what the CCC described as strong credibility finding made by the High Court, including the conclusion that the parties' resolution were a recent fabrication, and the legal team urged that such a finding should not have been made at a procedural stage, particularly in a matter involving a rescission of the default judgment rather than a full determination of the substantive dispute. Sambura Zimbabwe ndozo zviri kutaurika ndozvinawiri kutaurika masengezo Tshabangu ndiwo vanga vakachibata ku CCC ende kubva pavakataura mashoko ekuti ndakanzwa kuti vaadvocate Nelson Chamisa vari kuvhura another political party ende vasengezo Tshabangu vakaendera mberi vakati ivo havasi kubvumira kuti vaadvocate Nelson Chamisa vavambe another political party sezvo vari kunzi ndivo leader weCCC, saka vakada kutiza CCC vachivhura another political party. Zvakanzi navasengezo Tshabangu ndiri kuendesa mumakoti. So maCCC members ari kuti kubvumirwa kwakaitwa vasengezo Tshabangu ku High Court hatisi kukubvumira, vaendesa dzimwe tsamba ku Supreme Court. Zvaonekwa neveruzhinji vachiti hapana zvamungavaite vasengezo Tshabangu. Vasengezo Tshabangu another ZANU-PF project. So kukoti kwacho munogona kungosvika mokurirwa zvakare. Ndodzo dzimwe news dzataya tikabata pana pachannel yenyu yeMagaba News. I thank you for supporting Magaba News.